world has a lot of friends, we have a lot of allies, but we only have one partner. Let me explain what I mean. The one partner we have, which is Israel, is a relationship like no other. Most Americans don't really fully appreciate or understand it, but the levels that we share with the Israelis on intelligence is seamless. It would scare some of you to know just how close the relationship is. What we share in military hardware and understanding, mutual defense interest, is astounding, unlike any relationship we have with any other nation on the planet. But more than just the intelligence and the military hardware, what we really share is a value system that is the essence and the foundation of Western civilization. Both of our nations, founded by those who were willing to risk their very lives to have religious freedom for their families and to live with free speech, the freedom of movement, and the capacity to associate with whomever we wish. It is founded on a Judeo-Christian foundation that is unique to this incredible partnership that we have. And that's why I come here today with a deep, deep sense of gratitude for your coming, because nobody had to tell you what you saw. Nobody had to tell you what you heard. Nobody has to interpret for you what Israel is, because now you have been here. You've seen it with your own eyes. You've listened to the people with your own ears. It's not about indoctrinating you to be ambassadors for Israel. Not at all. It's just asking you to come, see it for yourself, understand what you'll never understand if your information comes from the mainstream media in the U.S., and to go back home and just to simply report what you have seen and what you have experienced and what you have felt. This country is sometimes said in the U.S., well, Israel, we do so much for them. We just do so much for them. I always try to remind people, let me tell you some of the things they do for us. It is not a one-way street. It is a relationship in which we get as much as we give. Yes, we get the incredible thank you. We certainly get the benefit from their intelligence. They get the benefit of ours. We get the benefit of some of the things that they innovate for defense mechanisms. They invent them and they create them because they have to. If they don't, they won't survive. But what they create, what they innovate, when we import it into the United States, they have spent the billions of dollars in the research and development to create things like the Iron Dome and the Arrow system and David Sling. But it benefits us because it protects not only Israel, but it protects the United States, because that military hardware we can deploy as well, and we do. And you may be surprised to know just how many Americans live in Israel. Let me give you the number. Take this back home to folks who say, why do we care about Israel? I'll tell you why. Because there are 700,000 Americans who live in Israel. 700,000. I'm speaking to a room full of politicians. You guys will understand that's a full congressional district. Every time we have members of Congress come over here, I always say to them, guys, welcome to the 436th Congressional District of the United States. To put it in perspective, Israel has more Americans living here than any other country on earth, with the exception of Mexico, which, as you know, borders 4 of our larger states of California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. We have more Americans living in Israel than live in Canada, the UK, France, Italy, Spain, Japan, many of our much larger allies. And I've told the president many times,